What's going on? Salute to you, Eddie Blacks. What's going on, my people? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Man, I'm juggling 2 jobs and live streaming at the same time. Part of the reason is they are sleeping in Kenya. And if I don't get this one in, Auston Holleman will take that video down. So we have to hurry up before people tip him off. Let me get straight to that video because, man, I know as soon as he knows that video is not privated, he is going to private that video like the rest of them. This is the one chance we got. Only one, uno, we have to review what's going on up in this Passport Bro streets. Come on. All right. Let me know again if you guys can hear me. Double check my feedback. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. We got it back. We got that feedback. All right. Let's go ahead and check this one out. Let's check out this beauty. This beauty that I stumbled across. This is scam season, by the way, fellas. This is scam season. Shout out to Ringo TV. I was on Ringo TV live yesterday. And I found out on Ringo TV that this is scam season for YouTubers. So this is the time of the year where YouTubers make up shit to steal from their audience. Oh, okay. So I'm sharing the wrong screen. Let me close this one out. Let's close out this baby. Let's close out this baby. This is the time of the year that YouTubers do the scam. And this is the time that we keep them accountable. Display capture. Come on. Let's go to this one, and this thing is trying to do some bullshit. Just bear with me, fellas. Bear with me. Bear with this old man. Bear with the old man. Let's go. Safari, Google Chrome. All right. Okay, what are we doing now? Show me this. Give me that screen. Come on. Give me that screen, man. It looks like Auston has some African juju. He's trying to make sure we don't share this video. Auston's got some juju on us, man. All right, let me lower this other screen. We're good. Let's see if I'm the best multitasker on the planet. There we go. We're looking good. We're looking good, man. I think your chats are also coming in. So let me make sure that I have it all on screen. Okay, I have your view count on screen. Now let's double check your chats. Chats. Come on. Chats. All right. Okay, what's up with the chats? What's up with the chats? Okay, refresh. All right, we're good. Let's go. So this is all the videos on this channel is private. We can't see what is going on, but the only one that we can see is from today. And let's go ahead and get it.
No, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna put it on mute.
That's not from us. That's there.
I don't know.
Bro, I'm always on time. Y'all niggas the one to be late.
I be the at least the first or the second.
Yeah, you do.
I be the first or the
Y'all
second.
niggas still be late though.
Bobby show up ninth.
Bro, every time me and Kid ever went anywhere, Kid was on time though. And every time Kid pull up, he ain't talking to nobody. He gonna pull up a bitch first, then he coming.
He gonna smash.
I miss my nigga, man. I miss my dog. But you need to bring his ass back out of here.
Yeah, he's supposed to be out here soon.
So Kid Greatness is supposed to be out in Nairobi soon. Okay. He didn't say that with a straight face, so I'm not gonna believe that. But man, he's really gonna be out there in Nairobi. We'll find out.
What am I gonna teach him? We gonna teach him barber school shit, y'all. I mean, my bad. Let me talk like that. We gonna open up a barber school.
Evolving, bro. You didn't say evolving.
Yeah, we open up a barber school, y'all. But right now we outside kicking it. We were supposed to go to Uganda to a wedding. Basically Uganda, it's on the border, but we were supposed to leave at 1 p.m. and they wasn't ready until like 4 or 4:30, and like we had been waiting since 9, so just kind of like fuck it, like.
Y'all trying to go through? What y'all trying to do? Okay.
And my damn hand been bleeding for like 2 hours now. God damn.
You been drinking? That's why.
Yeah, that's
nigga.
why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Long Island, you know it's Long Island Friday.
You see that shit?
Like I said, I had the grater, and that shit hung in
You
there.
gotta stop putting pressure on this shit.
Yeah, it's I need to buy a glove. They got a glove just for the grater, so you can really scrape on there.
Gotcha.
'Cause, you know, I can cut
And
onions,
just
but I
do
can't
it.
cut them
The
fine.
longer you do it, bro, the less you'll cut yourself.
Yeah, no, I mean usually I don't, but I usually don't do onions on there.
Oh, okay.
I usually do garlic only, or maybe ginger or some shit. And I
Like,
never
you
eat
talking about like a flat grater?
No, the one that's like a box.
So you gotta hold the mother.
Yeah, you
oh,
gotta
you gotta
hold
hold
it
it,
like
and then it come out the
No,
bottom.
not
of
like
it?
this, like this, like
Oh,
this.
you talking about like the top of it? You got, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, you might need to get one of them flat ones, bro.
Yeah, flat one could be better.
Yeah.
It could be.
'Cause you can lean it to an angle and just.
Yeah.
Goddamn geckos.
I'm gonna interject real quick. This is just them I think they're outside at a bar somewhere in Nairobi. We're only gonna pick out the parts of this stretch where he talks about his fundraiser and why he's doing it. So just bear with me. I know this is a boring stretch. YouTube is hard. I understand it. You know, everybody, especially black creators, are talking about how YouTube is not fair on them, that they're putting in all this work and they're working so hard on YouTube and they're still not getting the views. And that is partly because YouTube's algorithm has shifted straightly to automation, where Gemini decides if your video is the greatest before it sends it out to people. And also with tons and tons of viewer data, YouTube's AI systems have been able to identify what people like to watch, and then they're going to use recommendation theorems to suggest those videos to the right audience. So they're getting the audience right. Now, the only people that will skip around the new algorithm is people that have a lot of subscribers that are loyal and enjoy your content. And that is very hard, really, really hard. If you're live streaming every day and all you're doing is just chatting up with somebody like a regular thing, I know it's IRL, it's supposed to present like yourself in a way that is organic and authentic and what you're currently doing without any edits. But that's still, because this is such a niche-based content, people that are not interested in this type of travel and quote-unquote travel stroke lifestyle stroke chicks, you're not going to get the views, which is why his YouTube channel is struggling, even though he's putting in a lot of work. And I give him credit for the amount of work he puts in. But not every work is good work. And here, Auston Holleman is one of the prime examples of wasting your time. Okay, he is really wasting his time on YouTube. You cannot make a living with the type of views that he's getting on YouTube. And that means that for him to sustain his life overseas, he needs to come up with things to add on to the YouTube stream of income. And this is where a lot of YouTubers are headed. This is the season. Apparently, this is the season. I was on Ringo yesterday and I found out that Melanie King, the chick, the red pill chick, the chick that has been shitting on fellow women for years, mocking them in videos, Melanie King is now using her daughter to raise money. And And hers is even more ridiculous. You can tell clearly she's the type of woman that spends everything that comes in. She hasn't saved any of the money that she's made on YouTube. And when the views have dried up, now she is looking to scam her audience. And I know the audience is smarter nowadays than it used to be. Like around COVID, people had tons of money. They didn't know what to do with it. So they'll just give you they'll give you money. Now, people are very cautious with what they do with their money. And they can support your content by watching the content, but they're not necessarily going to throw money at you. But there's still some core guys that will give you money. And you're going to see when we get to the fundraiser here that Auston Holleman has now shifted his attention to literally stealing from his audience. And he thought that we're not going to see this because this has been going for a while. But the reason that I haven't been able to get a hold of his videos is every time he makes YouTube videos, even live streams, the moment the videos post, he goes back and he makes them members only. So if you're not a member of the channel, you're just never going to see the videos. And I'm not going to pay membership for some boring ass Auston Holleman. I'll do it for content. I'll do it for you guys, right? But that's still up for debate because I don't cover him a lot. I will cover him occasionally if I suspect something like this is going on. But somebody told me, I think this person was a friend to Auston Holleman or a fellow creator. So out of respect, he reached out and he told me that Austin was making very good content and that he had changed his ways and he's even looking to get married. So maybe I should give him better coverage and be nice to him. And I was like, and he referenced O'Shea. So he said, hey, you can, just like what you've done with O'Shea, can you do the same with Austin? And I said, hey, I'm not out here to harm anybody. If he's really changed his ways and he deserves positive coverage, I will give him positive coverage. So this was the only video I've had access to, and literally had access to that video today, and it's streamed today, which he hasn't had the chance. I think he's traveling to Uganda today, so he hasn't had the chance to private this video or to make it members only. And this is also why I don't think Kobe said he thought he did the members only because Nana was always looking at his stuff and he didn't like it. I think he did the members only so that nobody knows that this grift is starting to go on. It's in full gear. He's trying to raise $8,000 to start a barber school in Nairobi. Now, whether Nairobi needs a barber school, a place where you can get a haircut for $5, I don't even think it's the type of business that he needs to do. Like I told you in the past, a lot of these guys have no business acumen or experience. So their goal is not really to do any business. They just want to raise enough money to pay for box. That's just what these fuckers are doing over there. And because the views are not doing it, they have to find a way to get more money out of people's pockets. This is all they're doing. And this is sad, man. Like, who told you a barber school is going to make you enough money to even pay back your contributors? That's not what GoFundMe was set up to do. GoFundMe was set up to help people in real need, right? Not some bombs that have left the US and have gone to Africa and just to sleep with women. That's the only reason they are there, right? It's not like they're on a pilgrimage to discover their ancestry. That's not why they're there. But so I had to interject because I figured this part will be a little bit boring. Some of you will log off just because of how it is. But bear with me. I want this for context. And I also wanted to play this out because soon as he hears that we are reacting to this, he's going to take this video down. I know that for a fact, if he hasn't done that already. So let's keep going.
That's Swab. Y'all know Swab Prince to be in the chat. He been in the chat for 4 years.
What up, Chad? How y'all doing? 4 years, nigga?
Since 2022, right? Or 2023?
It was when you first got, I think it was when you first got to Brazil or some shit. I found your channel.
Yeah, 2022.
Yeah. Damn, that's a long fucking time.
Yeah, it's been 4 years.
I don't even think about it, bro. I just like to see brothers grow. That's all I like to see. So you see how much ignorant ass shit in our country that you see, nigga, you want to see some niggas do right. Shit depressing as fuck. Every time you turn around, niggas getting killed, locked the fuck up. It's dumb shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we only gonna be on live for a little bit.
Fuck these niggas at,
Nubia Fundium sent, he got a basic membership. No, we not moving. We getting a barber school out here. I want to be ready by July 1st. So far, we already raised $714, I think. We at least need like $3,000 to start looking for a spot.
You guys are hearing it, right? I think I got to set this part back to the regular speed so that you guys can hear clearly. I'll set it back a little bit. Salute to you, Gen Z. It's in the house. I'm going to set this back because this is why we are here today, right? I wanted to cover the Austin part first because I know his goons are going to tell him Nana is on his ass and he's going to take this video down. So that's why I know it's going to be boring. This motherfucker is boring as hell. But you guys just bear with me. Let's get through it, man. Let me introduce you to the pain I go through covering these motherfuckers.
$714, I think. We at least need like $3,000 to start looking for membership. No, we not moving. We getting a barber school out here. I want to be ready by July 1st. So far, we already raised $714, I think. We at least need like $3,000 to start looking for a spot. And then we need like another 3 bands of...
So this is what I don't understand. Okay, and I've been with you guys on YouTube for 1 year now, right? You're never going to find me at any point that I'm going to come here and pitch my business ideas to you and ask you to fund the startup of that business. I will never do that. Just out of respect, just out of respect for the people that watch me, even the guys that disagree with me. That is one thing I will never do. And I've made multiple promises since I started this YouTube channel, and I've kept all of them. I will never sit here and tell you to fund my business projects. I will never do that. That part of this is greed, part of it is irresponsibility, and part of it is just disrespect. These guys don't respect their audience. They think that they can steal. This is theft, by the way, right? That this is not money you've earned or worked for. It's not. AdSense is money you've worked for. So if you're watching me and YouTube pays me a few cents today, this is earned income. This is money that I've earned from producing the content that you've watched, okay? And I'm doing it while I'm working, literally working 2 jobs. That's why I keep looking at 2 different computer screens, okay? It's literally like that because sadly, corporate America doesn't give you Juneteenth off again, right? So we can't celebrate with our fellow blacks, right? So, but that's neither here or there. But I will never do that. I will never come on YouTube and this is what I kind of came on YouTube to do, is to clean up this mess. And I know I'm small now, but eventually people are going to catch on. That maybe one day I'll become the CoffeeZilla of Black YouTube, where I'm going to call out all these grifts and this nonsense and show people that you can create content the right way and not have to scam people. It's very doable. It's very possible. This is also why, and I'm going to open another tab and show you this real quick, okay? For you to keep an eye on something here, because I don't want to lose the stream. So let's go. Let me see if I can find him. I'm gonna point your attention to something because I'm not subscribed to him, as you can see, but I observe him. If you go here, okay, what do you see? Members only, members only, members only, members only, members only. Every single video that Auston Holleman has created is members only. He started talking about the Barber Academy 4 days ago, maybe, could be earlier because we don't know. So what I've observed with YouTubers when they're starting to steal from their audience is they don't get to the point right away. They start preparing the ground, okay? They are smart. They are not stupid like we think they are. They are very smart people. You can't build this kind of audience if you're not smart. They're smart people. They are kind of street smart. They know how to lie. They know how to steal, okay? They are thieves. So they're not just going to be reckless like that unless you pay attention to them the way I do. Then you can figure it out. So if you look at leading up to this, all his videos are private and these are live streams. And you might think, oh, the topics are different. If you cover Auston Holleman the way I do, the topics can be here, but he'll be talking about the money somewhere in between. So all these videos could have the upcoming deal of raising money. It's going to come up somehow because he really needs that money. Okay. This is why all these videos are members only. And if you're not a member, you can see it. And obviously the members are the ones that are going to pay for this new program or this new grift. And if you find some of his streams are 7-hour live streams. Look, this one here, I'm with my new wife. This is a 7.5-hour live stream. This guy is living on YouTube. He's doing his best to get the views, to get, to be able to pay the bills. It's tough because you can't make money when you live in Nairobi. You have to make money through a US vessel, which is some online option, right? Some online option. So my goal here is not to cut in their money, but I don't like people that lie and cheat. And this is exactly what they're doing. So here he says, I'm launching a barber shop, but we can't see these videos. These are all privated videos. The ones that are not members only are the videos from today and a day ago. All these are going to go to members only probably in the next 24 hours. This is because he's traveling today. That's why you can't see. He probably hasn't had the time to do it. It's late in Nairobi. As soon as he finds out that we are reacting to this video, he's going to take it down. But let's get back to the video.
Burner shit, and then we ready to start talking. We already 25% of the way when it comes to rent. If y'all got my GoFundMe link, put it in the chat, please. Give me the sausage.
Them ass sausages?
The German sausage is like this big.
Oh man.
Nah, that's a joke.
I can work with them though. God damn, bro. It's cool. I wasn't expecting sausages this little.
Yeah, they always like that, the small size.
Okay.
That's a kid's meal.
German is cute.
Okay, appreciate it. You ain't got no control over it. Ain't your fault.
Can you bring an order of the German sausages?
One of the
Yeah, one order. Yeah. I give you some of them.
You looking like it's his fault.
Nah, that's why, because I ordered the.
If you, again, we said this about what? About a month or two ago when we did his last video. He hasn't changed. I don't know why these guys were telling me I should cover Auston positively and that Auston has changed. He's not changed. This guy is still ordering food at restaurants. He's not cooking. Even with the new wife, he's still not getting cooked food. He's still eating out at a restaurant. He's on perpetual vacation. These are lifestyles that form habits. Once you form that habit, it takes practice and awareness to change, or you have to lose money for money to force you to change, right? So bad behavior is not something that you can just turn off and on. You have to work towards it to be able to clean it up and eventually do better with time. And even that is very difficult. A lot of people will still regress, right? We all have certain bad habits that we try our best to work through, and it takes years to get through it. These motherfuckers are telling me that Auston Holleman has done a U-turn in less than 3 months. I don't believe it. He's still smoking his cigars. He's still an alcoholic. He's still probably doing the chicas on the side, but not on stream, right? Because we can't really monitor this shit. We don't know what he does over there. And the girl is just a cover, man. I strongly believe that chick is just a cover. They are using each other. That chick is broke. She's looking for a way to the US. I'm African. I understand the trick. They are going to use each other. He's using her for PR to clean up his image because he doesn't like the fallout for what happened to Floyd, his body, which is still ongoing in Brazil. So there's a lot for Auston to lose if he doesn't clean up his image. That's why he's doing this. This is all a strategy. And this is what grifters do, right? This is a strategy to clean up the image because now this Nana dude shows up on YouTube and all of a sudden their business is out there. Now there's scrutiny. They have to answer for some shit that they talk about. They cannot talk freely, right? This is why they private all their videos. They cannot talk freely because they just don't know when I'm going to be looking at their shit. You know, it's like I may be looking at something different for 2 months, and all of a sudden I'll turn around and come look for your shit and I'll find something. I always find something. You know, this is a video that I had access to today. He filmed it today, and already we have a problem. Okay, so no, Auston Holleman is not a change man. Auston Holleman is the same motherfucker. He hasn't changed. I still don't understand why they let him in and out of Kenya easily. That's a discussion for another day. But Auston Holleman is not a change man, as you guys can see. Same bad habits, ordering food with people's money that he hasn't worked for, lying to people, booking stupid consultations about Nairobi that doesn't really, like ChatGPT consultations for the most part. And now he needs money because this YouTube checks he's getting, we did his social blade, you guys saw it. The YouTube checks he's getting, it's not that $5,000 a month that he needs to live there. He's probably making about $1,000 a month on YouTube. Some months even less. Most of that is super chats from long 8-hour live streams, man. This brother is putting in 8 hours in live streams daily. He turns it on and off as it comes, right? The moment he finds a little bit of time, he turns on, he goes live. Doesn't even do thumbnails. He just goes live. Puts a little title, goes live, talks, hopes that somebody gives him a super chat. And that's just how he's been living. And that obviously that's not enough money, right? Let's just be honest, man. You can't make a living off these long ass live streams that only have $50 super chats. You just can't make a living with that shit, bro. So where is the money gonna come from? The same audience, right? They're not booking consultations anymore. So what are they gonna do? Well, in Melanie's case, my daughter is sick. Fix a sickness for the daughter just to raise money. In Austin's case, hey guys, we're gonna start a barber school, making it sound like Kenya doesn't have enough barbers, or that, man, Nairobi has fine barbers. This guy is, come on. So to an American, it's going to sound like, oh, these poor Africans, they need some barber shops. Oh, Austin is out there trying to create something to help Africa. No, we don't need that help. He's not doing this shit for us. He's doing this for himself. He's doing this. I bet he will not even start that school. And even if he does, it's not going to be in Kilaleshwa or Kilimani or some Westlands. No, it's going to be somewhere in the hood in Nairobi, where he's going to take a picture and show it to you guys and make it look like he really has a school. You think Auston Holleman will spend 8 hours at a workplace teaching people how to cut hair? You think he really loves the business of cutting hair that much? If Auston Holleman loved the business of cutting hair, he'd be in Dallas cutting hair, making $60 per haircut, because that's just how much they charge over here. $40 to $60 a haircut versus $5 a haircut in Nairobi. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, if you really love something and you love to do something, you will do it in a country where you can make the most buck, which is America, the United States of America, where he claims to have had 2 barbering shops. He let that go to go open a barbering shop in Nairobi with the help of people. He doesn't even have the money to set it up, and that you have to give him money to set it up. Is he going to return some of that money to you? The seed capital that you're going to give him, is he going to come back and give you some of that money back? Obviously not. This is a grift. He's going to go rent a $120 place a month. He told you it's $3,000. No, it's not $3,000. He's going to go rent $150 a month, $200 a month location in Nairobi somewhere, because you motherfuckers don't know about Nairobi like that. And then he's going to modernize it, make it look good, get some local apprentice to come in there, put in $500 of renovations to make it look good. And he's going to come back and continue the grift and say, now let's raise another $8,000 to buy the equipment and the wall machines and all the things that we need to cut hair. And you guys are going to give him that money too. And he's going to do a low budget, low cost barbering school that he's going to stand on and hopefully expand, probably move from, well, okay, we got one in Nairobi now. Let's go to Mombasa and open another branch. And he's going to stand on that to be the vessel that keeps him living overseas. Because YouTube is, all the passport bros are complaining. I saw a BMT video where they're talking about how content is no longer a way to sustain your life overseas, which we've predicted on this channel a long time ago, right? So the money has to come from somewhere. And these guys have no skill, no talent to work locally in these countries that they've moved to. A lot of them are coming home. Remember the video we did a few months ago? The boys are coming home. I still believe the boys are coming home. And this is their last dance. They're trying to hold on. And as long as we keep the pressure on them, they will have to come home. They will have to come home.
Camel sausage here one time. I said, man, you could have kept this shit. I could eat this shit and didn't even know I ate it. Like, I brought you some food. You didn't bring me nothing.
Real shit.
Shout out to you, Bobby. Shout out to Bobby Rex, man. Hit the like button. Let's go.
We gonna get it done. Now that's happening for sure. Oh, it is Juneteenth. I forgot.
It's Juneteenth today?
Yeah, it's June 19th.
What them niggas doing? Drinking malt liquor? On some bullshit?
How am I gonna compete with the local barber? Nigga, have you seen my haircuts? Have you seen my Auston's Groom on Instagram? I know what I'm doing, bro. Nobody in Dallas is fucking with me. Nobody in Kenya is gonna be fucking with me.
Guys, I live in the Dallas area. Gen Z lives in the Dallas area. I never heard about Auston Holleman until he was being chased out of Brazil, doing chica bullshit. No barber knows who Auston Holleman is in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They don't know him. I mean, look at his age. He left the U.S. when he was only, 20, 21 years old. 20, 21 years old is not a barber that will compete with some unk here in the Dallas area. That's not there. I mean, talk about Fort Worth. Fort Worth probably has some of the best barbers in the entire country. Auston Holleman, man. Has anybody seen Auston Holleman's haircuts? Please let me know in the chat. Because I know he's given a few guys haircuts in live streams, and they're, I would call it average at best, okay? Average at best. But I guarantee you, they are so much better. Like, for me, Colombia was one of the places where I started respecting barbers, especially with countries that have an Afro population. I started respecting how good some barbers are in other countries. I mean, you can tell when you're watching the World Cup, all these guys got haircuts from their home countries, right? So Africa has some good barbershops, man. Talk about barbershops in Nairobi. There's going to be some, and it doesn't pay a lot. I mean, there are some elite barbers that would charge more in Africa, but even that, they'll probably charge $15 a haircut, if that. So this is not something that people are going to be paying for to learn how to do, when in Africa, there is a good apprenticeship pipeline. Like, if you want to be an apprentice in Africa, you can easily go and work for somebody for a little bit, and they'll teach you the trade while you work there. That's how it's always been done. So how is Austin going to compete with the way Nairobi has always done haircuts and hair training, or beauty and hairstyle training? He's not going to compete. He's not interested in starting this. He just thought about, what can I do as a business with the skills that I have in Kenya, and use that as a pilot to steal money from the folks in America that are stupid. His goal is not to really start a shop. I don't think he will even start it. See, what I've done, I've understood watching YouTube thieves, which is what I call them nowadays, is they never actually start what they tell their audience that they're going to start. They just do it to kick off the fundraiser. And once the fundraiser kicks in and it goes well, they'll move on to other topics and hope that you've forgotten about that fundraiser. And if the audience keep asking and asking, he'll be forced to go rent some shack somewhere at the mall and pretend that that is a school, get some local Nairobi boys to come there and learn. He'll probably even pay these same guys just to show up on camera to make it look like they're learning something. And then he'll just make a few live streams out of there just to shut you up. And then tell you, hey guys, now let's go open another branch in Uganda. Let's go open another branch in Mombasa. This is what they do. See, these guys, these are all Manosphere guys, by the way, right? They have no skill outside of content. Content was the way they bridged the gap between what Kevin Samuels used to talk about as being high value. The income part was a problem for most black folks, black men in particular, in the high value situation or definition of Kevin Samuels. So they had to figure out a way to monetize and make money. And there came YouTube and content creation. This is why a lot of the guys jumped on it, because frankly, it doesn't require any skill at all. Eventually it does, but when you're just starting out, all you need is a microphone, some cameras, cell phone, just a cell phone, and just start some shit and hope that you get an audience. And the more ridiculous your content, the faster your audience grows, and eventually you start making money on it. And if you attract enough low IQ individuals, you'll be able to steal their money without them watching that you're actually taking their money out of their pocket, which is what they've gotten away with. If you remember that part video reaction we did, he kept saying, we have to get Nana out of this space. Why was he so threatened by my existence in this space? Well, it's because Nana, even though I don't take any money from these guys, I was always going to find their bullshit and let the rest of YouTube know exactly what they are trying to do. And they don't like that. And this is why Auston Holleman privates all his videos. He does it solely because of me. But like I said, for me, any chance I get, I will make a video. And today, he let his guard down, as I showed you, right? You guys saw it right here. For those of you that just joined, all his videos are members only. All of them. All of them. Like literally all of them. If you go far back enough for about a month, all these videos I just showed you are members only. This is the only video he forgot to put on members only, or he hasn't reached it yet, okay? He hasn't gotten to it yet, and I think it's because he's on the road. He's traveling to Uganda. So this is why these last 3 videos are not members only, and we got a chance to see what goes on underneath the hood. And this is not a change man. This is still the same motherfucker doing the same thing, stealing from his audience, coming up with a program that I think, frankly, he cannot deliver. It's only there to raise money. We will look at the fundraiser here in a bit. Let's keep going, because I strongly believe that somebody will tip him off, and in this live stream, Auston Holleman will take this live stream down.
Me either. And I'm not trying to compete. I'm trying to teach. I want them to outdo me. I want to be like, yo, I taught them how to do that shit. That's what I'm trying to do. I can't make no money.
So why are you going to spend $8,000 if you're not going to compete? If you're not going to compete in a capitalist market in Nairobi, which is very capitalist, if you're not going to go there and compete and provide a service to beat the competition, then why are you doing it? Is this a charitable cause? Is that the best charity you can find in Africa? Because there is no shortage of barbers in Nairobi. There is no shortage at all. As a matter of fact, it's in every corner. And he admits that he's not going to make any money cutting hair if he did it himself. So if you're not going to make money cutting hair, why are you teaching people how to cut hair? Okay? Guys, we have severe weather here, so if I lose connection, it's probably that, but let's keep going.
Cutting hair. Haircuts cost $3 here. I can't make no money. I'm not who cutting hair for $3, not me. So
It depends though. So I done ran into some barbers though. Them niggas charging.
even if they charging $20, who cutting hair for $20? Not me. Okay, maybe in Kenya it matters, but in the States, nah, hell no. So
I met a barber in Poland. That nigga charging about the equivalent
In
about
Poland?
25, 30.
nah, but here though.
And he African.
But here.
Oh, not. Oh, okay. I
And
got it.
here, they charging $3 to $10 a haircut. I want to teach them how to.
Yeah, so if they're charging $3 to $10 a haircut, I think the high-end guys will get about $15 a haircut in Nairobi. I know a guy in Lusaka, Zambia that charges right about $15, and he has mostly foreign clients. He has like Americans, Black Americans. He has Caribbean guys that have settled in Zambia. He has white folks from Europe and stuff. So he has a clientele of kind of elite people and their children. So he charges that money, right? But he knows he can't make any money cutting hair in Nairobi. If you're not gonna make any money cutting hair, why do you want to cut? Why do you want to train people to cut hair if the end goal is that they're not gonna make any money? Why are you gonna take $8,000 from your audience to create something that you're not gonna make a profit from, or you're not even gonna make any money off of? Then what is the point? I hope I'm making sense here, guys. Let me know if I'm crazy. But what is the point in raising $8,000 to rent a shop to teach people a skill that there is no shortage in? There is no shortage of barbers. A skill that doesn't pay enough. It's really low wage for the most part, for the average guys. What is the point in creating such a business if you're not planning to compete and make profit? Once you remove competition, it's not a business. It's now a charity. But is that the right use of charity and charitable donations from your audience if you're not going to have any return on this investment? That means you're creating a vessel to go back and ask your audience for more money and for more extensions of that project. This is how they start this grift stuff. They start somewhere where it's so open-ended that they can always extend it into opening in multiple locations and say, hey, you see, the first one we did was a success, even though he probably only spent 10% of those donations. The first one was a success. Now let's move on to the next one. Or let's try to expand this. Let's try to make it bigger. You know, this is we are threading Umar Johnson territory now. Let's open a school, right? Let's open a school. The ideas all come from the internet. They're always thinking, calculating, what is the next thing that I can do to make sure that I can live outside of the United States. And if it comes at disrespecting your audience or stealing from your audience, they don't really care. They're gonna do it anyway, right? Now again, now they have to watch out for us because I'm going to see it and I'm going to talk about it, right?
Charge 15 or how to charge 10 but get the best $10 somebody else going to spend.
I get it.
I'm going to show them how to do that. Trust me, they not going to be able to fuck with me.
Yeah.
They done put a fire in me. I'm ready. I'm about to show out.
You done work for it already.
Auston talks like a kid that just got released out of a hostage situation, right? Like every time I hear him speak, it just sounds like one of those hostage videos.
Do that.
I'm gonna have the government let man fuck Donald Trump. We fucking with Austin.
They here too. It's like 50 people working for the government here, right?
I don't know. I know the FBI just moved out here. They got a because of that Somali pride.
Damn.
So they been seizing shit.
Oh, they're about to seize you for that Floyd bullshit too. He sounded worried when he said the FBI, which we're gonna cover in this live stream. But they're gonna seize you too, buddy, for all the bullshit you've been doing overseas.
Look like we got a new territory.
Oh, it's been a territory.
Yeah, since like what, the 50s, 60s?
Because you know Kenya, they be obeying everything the West say.
And they be gullible. They be gullible though.
You see the bullshit they move on when they get to Africa. All of a sudden they've become geopolitical experts talking about how Kenya is gullible and it is now a colony or territory of the United States. No, it's not. The Kenyan government is just playing games so they can get some free money. That's all it is. It's just a money game, man. At the end of the day, they govern themselves. They make their own rules. They're friends of the West, right? We're British colonies, so obviously we're going to be friends of the West. But the U.S. it's a powerful country. They're going to put their noses where their noses want to be anyway, okay? And maybe you don't like that because you're hiding something, right? Because remember, the Floyd stuff is going on. He's been going to court in Brazil. Probably by end of July, they'll probably sentence him or find him guilty and sentence him. But we don't know what the fallout of that case is going to be. So this guy hasn't really had peace. This is why he's gone on all these months of rebranding, trying to create a new image of himself. But every time we hear from him or we get the chance to review his videos, he's still the same motherfucker. He hasn't changed.
All the country got to do is come in and offer. The country has got to come offer some shit. Fuck. God damn, bro. You want some of this shit, bro?
Wait.
Shout out to you, Kobe, for that. Super. I see you here. It says shout out to Slow Man, the squeaky voice barber. That's funny, bro. Gen Z says he pays $45 in dollars. Yeah, something about that. Yeah, it's not. But like, how is this even a profitable business for him? Is that I don't think he's even gonna start this at all. Like, after covering this guy for years, I don't think he's gonna start it. I think he just wants to. He was thinking about something to make money, right? And it's like, yeah, let me just do this. let me just do that. It's gonna make me some money, and that's just what he's doing.
Nah, I don't do toolboxes for supplies, bro. They told me that shit when I was working at a barbershop before. The husky ain't the same as having that shit in the wall or standing up. Nah, trust me, I got it. Look, listen, I'm gonna make the best. Mark my words, I'm gonna make the best barbers in Kenya. You not graduating till your ass can fade right. We not doing no half-ass shit. You can't fade right, nigga. You not graduating. Imagine a heart surgeon graduating.
Another thing that people haven't talked about, and for my Kenyans in the audience, you can let me know. If he's not opening a barber shop is different from opening a barber school. Under, like for Ghana, for example, under those apprenticeship rules, you need some certifications from the Ministry of Education because you're going to be offering training. So you just can't start a business by offering training. You have to have the business license, like in the US equivalent, that will be your LLC and your business formation documents from the Secretary of State. Then you have to go to, in this case, the State Institution of Education to get certified to be able to teach. In most countries, you need to show that you have mastery in the thing that you're trying to teach. So maybe if Austin went to barber school here, his certification and years of experience would go through an equivalency for Kenyan to issue him a license as an instructor. Then that license of instruction is what he's going to need to be able to start the school, because this is the school that is going to issue pass certificates, exams, meet certain standards, right? So all this has to be approved. And then you go look for the location and then start the enrollment and the training. None of this has been done. He just woke up from a drunken night one day and said, what can I do to make money because YouTube is not paying enough? Oh, let's start a barber school. And then he opened a GoFundMe to fund this bullshit. And nobody is questioning. I mean, some of his audience did ask some good questions, but they are mostly asking questions about how he's going to compete with the barbers that already exist in Kenya. Nobody is asking him about the business formation, how this comes about, the licensure system, whether even he, Austin, has an idea what the licensure system is. And the final part is the work permit for him to be able to do that. He doesn't have a work permit. He's on a visa. So obviously, that's something he cannot do. Soon as he opens that school, I'll be calling authorities in Nairobi like crazy. Eventually, it's going to get shut down. Yes, I will do that. I'm petty like that. So I know this shit is not going to happen. What they're going to do is they're going to create something that looks on video as if it's a business, just for some photos and videos for about a week. And they will take it down and refer you to those old videos all the time until they can move on to the next location. This is 100% theft, grift. He's not going to open shit because he hasn't done the work required by Nairobi standards to be able to own a school. A barber school is like any school. You have to go through the licensure and the certification process. You just can't wake up one night and just say, hey, we're opening a school, which is what he's trying to tell people. This is ghetto thinking. Okay, this is hood economics. Okay, this is hood economics, where you wake up from a blunt and you start thinking that you can do whatever the fuck you want. This motherfucker just woke up and is like, you know what? Let's open a school. And it doesn't work like that, buddy. It doesn't. But we'll keep an eye on it. Let's keep going.
Waiting, they can't do a surgery on the heart. Not at my school. I'm not playing. I remember I waited up here for 5 hours on Lorenzo, bro. I was by myself for 5 hours.
Damn.
That's how them niggas in the group chat be. Chance on the Terrence on the way though. Terrence should be pulled up any minute because he said 20 minutes when he first pulled up. It's been 20 minutes. But the GoFundMe is at $714. It's only been up 3 days, so it's doing good. 3 days, $714. At that rate, in like a month, we'll have all the money we need.
Look at how he's moving around, right? He really needs that money to come through. He really does need that money to come through.
We're gonna vlog the whole way. We're gonna be on live stream, finding properties to look at. Now, I'm not taking y'all on live stream to find furniture. That's too much. That's gonna be a lot of work. But live stream, looking at properties, that's right. Looking at furniture, I don't know.
E-begging, right? Is that what y'all call it? E-begging? Just come online and just beg and create some schemes and beg and beg and beg. How is this different from the guys that stand around in Dallas with no clothes on and just like holding up signs, the help me signs? It's the same thing. The only difference is that these guys take showers and the other guys don't. These guys have a place to live, the other guys don't. These guys are leveraging technology. If we didn't have Facebook and YouTube and these platforms, Auston Holleman will be holding up signs in Dallas asking for donations. It's the same concept. This is like the middle class version of it. It's the same idea. It's like they don't have the means. Over here in Dallas, the guys holding up the signs, they don't have the means, right? So they are really struggling. They're destitute. I understand it. It's a tough process for them. But most of them also have some addictions, right? So they have addictions that keep them away from going to work and doing productive things. These Auston Hollemans are the same as the guys that are holding up signs. They have sex addictions. They have alcohol addictions. They smoke too much. They are lazy because they don't really want to do any other work but just do content, right? They don't want to do any other work. They don't want to use their hands. They don't want to use their feet. They don't want to use their brains. They've just figured out that if they can turn on a camera and communicate through people, and this is a lot of people, right? If everybody drops $10 and you have an audience of 100 watching, you've made enough money for the week, right? That's $1,000. You've made enough money for a week. So this is how they think, and this is just how they calculate things as they go. They look at the size of their audience and they say, well, I can get $8,000 if out of 160,000 subs, if I get anybody to pitch in $7 here, $10 here, I can raise the money. Now, whether or not I'll use the money for what I'm supposed to use the money for, nobody's going to check that. Nobody's going to scrutinize this. Well, we are going to do that. We are going to scrutinize it, okay? If it means getting, I hope he doesn't hear this part, but if it means getting membership, I will buy membership to get in there, or let somebody, one of our friends, buy memberships. I'll pay him back. I'll cash you up the money to get you membership, to have access to the videos, download them, send them to me through your Dropbox, and then we will have access to exactly what is doing on the day-to-day. As long as it's on the internet, we're going to find it, okay? We're going to find it, because this is the only way to stop Auston Holleman, is to expose him, is to be on his neck, is to like rough him up, which is what we're doing. Like when we do these videos, it really, really hits him hard, and it always forces him to adjust. So I know he's going to come up with a new way of adjusting, and we forced him to go to Kick, and Kick is not kicking like that. So he's back on YouTube, and he figured, okay, now on YouTube,
Thanks for the tip.
let me private these videos and let me do members only, so that Nana can't get a hold of these videos. We're going to find them, right? We'll figure out a way technologically to find these videos and bring it to you, the larger audience, so that you see what goes into the minds of people like this, what they're trying to do to their own communities. You know, like the victims of this scam is other black men. The victims of the manosphere is other black men. They're doing this to their own community. Right? Now, people say, well, Nana, why do you have an interest in this? Well, I have an interest in it because they are in Africa. If they were in Latin America, I wouldn't give a fuck. Okay? So if Auston wants me out of his business, he should just leave, right? He should go to a country that I don't give a fuck about. Then I won't even worry about it. And frankly, I care about people, right? And it's just for entertainment, but I do care about people. And I want to give people this information and access to this information, so that they don't fall victim to this proliferation of online scams that is all over the damn place. Melanie King is doing it. The biggest scammers are usually red pillers, even the women that do red pill content, which never makes sense to me. Like women doing red pill content, why do they even have black men audience? Like, why are you listening to some women doing red pill content, shitting on fellow women? Like, what are you gonna get from it? You know, I understand if a man is doing that type of content, but for a woman to be doing it, and then I found out that Melanie's lifestyle is the same thing that these men are running away from. She's a baby mama. She's had kids. She left a man that she was with to go be with a gym instructor and had another child with that person. She fits the stereotype. So why is she even making all this red pill content? No wonder her views are down, because people figured it out. Pretty privileged, right? But the context of what they talk about, MTR, the same thing. There is no substance. You guys saw MTR react in real life. When the cameras are off and he leaves his studio and he starts to talk to real people, the lame comes out, and everybody saw it. I mean, I broke it down. I broke it down so much, even he didn't like it. He came up here because he didn't like it himself, right? So this is what we need to do to people like this, is to expose them. And we don't have to relent while doing that. We have to, it doesn't matter how big or small the channel is. We have to consistently be on their neck. Now, unfortunately, I haven't had the time to do a lot of streams, but I was like, man, I was so behind on live streams. I said I had to get these ones in and maybe multitask. I'm working, I'm making it work. Right? Today's Juneteenth, but they didn't give us the day off. But anyway, but we'll make it work. I'm gonna try and catch up because there's a lot of things that I've really left behind over the weeks, and I'm like, I got to get these ones in real quick. Yeah.
Hey, I just seen that.
I'm not saying that. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I had a barbershop in the U.S. I had 2 barbershops in the USA. That's why I'm doing it here.
That's a lie. He didn't have a barber shop. That's a lie. I live in the Dallas area, and Auston Holleman has not shown us any barbershops that he had. He only talks about it. He said he had 2 barbershops. You know what it takes to have 2 barbershops in the Dallas area? That means that you have employees. You have other barbers working for you. I doubt this guy could even pay for a table. Remember, he was only barely 20 years old when he started traveling. So what, you mean to tell me between 16 and 20, he was killing it in the Dallas area haircut game, and none of us heard about him? Like, all these guys that watch me that live in the Dallas area, did anybody hear about Auston Holleman? What part? Let Auston Holleman tell me where the shop was. I'm going to go look at that address and ask people if he had a shop there. I'll take a picture of him. I'll go over there and I'll ask, do you guys know this motherfucker? Did he run a shop here? How good a barber was he? No, he wasn't. He probably worked as a barber probably for like a year. Came out of apprenticeship or maybe self-taught. Didn't do too well. Started traveling because that was when COVID travel content was popping. And then he jumped on it. Capitalized on the Passport Bro movement. Then now he's trying to do an O'Shea. Stay over there. And the views are drying up. So he needs to come up with these schemes to steal money from people. We're going to go over the GoFundMe here in a bit. This video is almost done. So we're going to go to the GoFundMe here.
What's happening now? Like push. Yeah, so I just went to the bathroom. Nah, he's sitting right there. Yeah, you can sit right there. You sit your bag right. I'm gonna watch your bag. You can sit your bag right there. In Colombia, the barbers are great. In Cali, Colombia.
Okay, let me see. You guys say his barber shop info is online. I have a way of checking if he took those loans. So let me go. Go to ProPublica. Okay. Go to ProPublica and I can investigate if Auston Holleman took, people formed businesses to take the loans, even though the businesses didn't exist. And since I live in Texas, I can actually have my wife check the Secretary of State, because she does that for work. They have a website, they have a tool, a software that does it for them at work. She can check if Auston had a registered LLC with the Secretary of State in Texas. So I can actually go down that rabbit hole if I need to. I don't see. Okay, so I do the ProPublica PPP, because ProPublica publishes all the PPP loans. It's public information. Bear with me real quick. Let's doing real time research. If that's true. Okay, let's go. It has I'm human. Okay, I'm going through the database real quick. Auston Holleman. Okay, so yeah, let me share the screen with you real quick so you guys can see it. Oh, this is gonna be good. All right, let's go. Let me see. I'm gonna have to switch this out for you real quick. Let's go to this other screen. Nana is good at this shit, man. No wonder these motherfuckers don't like me. Oh. All right. So this is Auston Holleman ProPublica. Let's see. Can I make this wider? Okay, let's go here. Let's go fit. Can you guys see it? Yeah. Yep, it's visible. So there is no business name. He did it under his real name, which is Auston Holleman, right? I know how this works, okay? Because I have businesses, so I know how this works and I understand how the COVID program worked perfectly. The loan amount approved is an indication of the amount of money your company made. So if your company was making less than $100,000, you're not gonna get the max of $20,000, which was the max for the PPP loan. Which means that the company that he registered to get these loans, the first round and the second round, both companies were reporting incomes that were less because this was designed to pay your paycheck while you were out of work. So at 93.73, he was reporting incomes right about $60,000 as a sole proprietorship, okay? $60,000 before taxes. He wasn't killing it like that. He was not. He wasn't killing it like that. All those lies he's been telling people, unless he lied on this application, I don't think he wants to go back and forth with me because I can just tell the federal government to look at this. They're looking for people to jail for these loans anyway. So this would be an easy project for me. But my goal is not to put people in jail. I'm not malicious like that. But I don't like him to lie. So maybe this would be a new challenge for him. I'll challenge him again like we did the last time to come out and prove to us that he actually made at least six figures and why the loan amount is so low, because the approved amount should be $20,000 if you make about six figures. And he didn't. So he applied March 5th, 2021 is when he applied here in Dallas. He got $9,373. That's probably all the money he spent traveling. He got approved May 2nd, 2 months later, right? So he got approved May 2nd, 2020. Then the Biden administration extended those loans for the second. You could take it twice. So he came back and he got a couple $100 more, which means the income had not changed by December 14, 2021. Why is this saying date approved? I have a feeling this is when it's forgiven. So the loan was approved February 2021. First one was approved May 2020 and then forgiven in 2021. Then the next one was approved February 2021. And then, so between the two loans, he got right about 20 grand, right? Between the two loans, because almost 10,000 here and almost 10,000, about 18,000 and change, 18,000, about 700, 800, $18,800, $18,900. That's what he got. This is a different Austin guy that is not related because this is all the way in Pennsylvania. So it is one company, which is Auston Holleman. It's not two companies. It's one company, LLC, with an income that was probably less than $60,000. So we have clarified this. Whenever he goes around telling people that he was this is it, okay? This is public information, All right. And all the PPP loan companies are public information. I know how to check this shit. Fellas, I'm sophisticated like that. I know this shit like a hawk. I like investigative bullshit. So I try my best to learn these things. Okay. So the two businesses he had, we have proven in this live stream that it's not true. He only had one. It wasn't an LLC. He formed it under Auston Holleman. He made probably under $60,000, and that's why he got those two loans. Those two loans were forgiven, which most PPP loans were forgiven, which I think really with an audit he can get in trouble for this money. So I don't want to get him in trouble like that. I don't want to get there. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I feel bad for this guy as it is. Let's keep this to entertainment and fun. I'm not going to do any law enforcement bullshit on this guy, right? But let's go back to the video. Yeah, we had to do a detour there, but I don't want to do anything that puts him in jail. That's not my goal.
We already know how it be though.
Nah, dog, I smacked this nigga, man.
Oh, you already? Oh no, you had to.
Man, bro. And then these niggas tried to rush me.
Another thing that I can look at this later on is there was another program called the EIDL, and most of the people that took PPP loans went back and tried to get EIDL loans. Those loans were not forgiven. The EIDL loans were not forgiven. And you have to pay those back. I think there are 30-year loans. I had an EIDL loan, but I paid it back. I paid it in full. Okay. So they had people that did EIDL loans, they had businesses, and that is where maybe there could be a problem. Because with the EIDL, a lot of the loans got approved very quickly. They didn't do a lot of vetting. You think the PPP was bad, the EIDL was worse. It was just boom, rapid. People got quick money. And a lot of those guys left the US. They didn't want to stay here to face prosecution. So this is why they don't like to come back to the US. People don't know that this is the backstory for a lot of these new expats, is that they took so much federal money that a lot of them don't want to come back and serve prison time or get caught or arrested, because the federal government is not going to forget. So, and they're not going to chase them over $30,000-$40,000 because they didn't take more than $30,000-$40,000, right? A lot of them are $30,000, $40,000. So the government is not going to waste resources getting them expatriated from other countries over $40,000. So what they're doing instead is they're waiting for you to come back home, and then they'll arrest you when you get home. And these fuckers are aware of their shit, so they've decided just to stay overseas perpetually. Staying overseas to avoid criminal prosecution in this case also requires that they make a living all the time to be able to live there. And this is why they are forced. I don't think they are forced. I think it's part of the calculation to steal money from their audience, right? But let's keep going.
How many of them was?
Man, it was about 30 niggas.
Nah.
Trying to press me.
Nah. Hell no.
I got out of that shit, though.
Where was that at? Oh, okay.
You doing this shit in the street. Like that, the nigga back there.
You had a helmet though, right? Hey, Swallow. Santa pulled up.
What up, man?
As I told you, that shit would have happened there. We gonna have to whoop them niggas.
That's what they do. We started talking to them. Niggas tried to take my keys on my back. They was able to see you.
Oh, they gonna tear us right there. Let me see you again for a long time. It's been like a year. Since around this time last year. Damn. July, June. Like a year, yeah. You gotta get in the game today, then.
What's going on with you, bro? Yeah, I've been living, bro. I ain't gonna lie. God damn, bro. I've been seeing you, bro. I ain't seen you in like 900 years, bro. Hell yeah.
You got some new tats. Really? Damn, he got you right.
Oh, that shit clean.
Right.
Them new too, right?
Damn.
Them bitches look clean, though. Yeah.
What's the other ones? That one and what's that one? Oh, what? Only that. Cause you know he did my shit all on my leg.
I'm good right now.
All right, got
That
one.
shit be fake. I don't let drink that.
And I was thanking God.
No, bro,
I had one.
100%, they shit be fake.
Yeah. All right, Joe, I'm gonna get off live because we ain't talking about nothing. I ain't seen these dudes in a minute, so we gotta get off live, y'all.
Yeah, they gotta get off the live and commence the trickonomics. Anyway, so let's go ahead and look at the fundraiser. So this is, let me make sure that you guys can see the screen. Yep, you guys are up. You're good. So this is just to give you an up-to-date. The help build Kenya's first diaspora barber academy. These are some Umar Johnson vocabulary, right? Yeah? Umar Johnson, in the name of Pan-Africanism, is teaching these boys, man. Okay, and then let's see. Help build the International Barber and Grooming. What are you grooming? Oh, okay, grooming. Those are trigger words for me when I hear words like that. Grooming Academy in Nairobi, Kenya. My name is Auston Holleman. Years ago, barbering gave me a skill that created opportunities for me beyond my hometown and allowed me to see the world. So barbering allowed him to see the world? Okay. Today, I want to help create some same opportunities for young people in Kenya. Okay, I'm launching the International Barber and Grooming Academy in Nairobi, Kenya, a training center designed to teach barbering entrepreneurship, professionalism, and life skills while creating a bridge between Africa and the diaspora. So you see, this is why this is where Nana comes in, right? They always frame it as if Africa is in need. They always frame it as if Africa is in need, man. We got plenty of barbershop, trust me. I've been to Nairobi. They got plenty, right? There's no skill shortage in barbershops, in barbers over there. This is a worthless project. It's not supposed to be done, but let's keep going. What is the goal here? Okay. So this academy, this is where I'm at. Okay. I highlight it clearly so I can see. It says this academy will be, okay, bad English. These motherfuckers, man. This academic, he was trying to say will be, so let's forgive him there. Will be more than just, see, when you're stealing, you don't even take the time to proofread stuff, right? You just do shit. You don't take the time to proofread it. You just, okay. And yet, it will be more of a place where young people can learn a valuable trade, gain real-world experience, develop business skills. For somebody that has never run a business, doesn't know how to build businesses, is going to be teaching business skills and build a path. Don't they know there's like a business school at the university in Kenya, in Nairobi? It's like real universities where there's real professors with PhDs that teach this shit, right? They don't know that. All right, let's keep going. It's Africa, right? So people can always assume bullshit. But let's keep going. And where was I? And build a path toward financial independence. Okay, it says the guy that is not financially independent. We all know Africa needs this. You see what I was saying? You see this phrase right here? See, so when somebody says Nana is xenophobic, Afrophobic, doesn't like when folks go to Africa, it's shit like this. This is what I don't like. I have no problem with respectful tourists. I have no problem with black folks that go to Africa to on an ancestral journey or to discover some of the history behind their connectivity to the continent. And then I have also no problem with casual travelers that just want to go to Africa and chill. But you got no problem. But once you start, this is a neo-colonialist mindset, and this really rubs a lot of Africans the wrong way. luckily I've been more vocal about it because I have a channel and I can talk about this, right? And a lot of people like Poetic Flacco and other Africans that maybe are have been well received in the Black community, they usually thread a line because they feel that if they make comments the way I do, then they'll lose an audience, right? But so they're not really being factual with their Black audiences because the Black audience is their money maker. None of that. I don't need YouTube money. So I'm not beholden to an audience. I can just speak my mind and I can tell people the things that Africans don't like, okay? Because I also have a good balance of an African audience. And I'm more interested in giving people the facts and the truth about my people, right? This is why also other groups listen to me, because they know for sure that I will give them the facts and the truth about our people. And these are some of the things that Africans just don't like. The mindset, the idea that when you come from the West, even if you're Black, white, it doesn't matter. But when you come from the West and you always have this mindset that Africa needs something, that you are there as a savior to save Africans, you already start to attract hate. That is an arrogant way to approach Africa. And this is why a lot of these quote unquote Pan-Africans are learning the hard way when they go to Africa that, oh, Africans don't fuck with us like that. Yeah, because we don't fuck with bullshit. That's the whole point, you know? Like, we see bullshit. Like, we know people. We can tell who you are by just how you behave. And for a guy that has lived on the continent, going on 2 years now, you would think that they will reform their mindset, but they don't. They don't always do that. They're always going to have a superior mindset while still navigating Africa. And when things don't go their way, they come back to the West and they make videos and they say bad and evil things about the same people they've lived with for the last 2 years. And this is prime example. I didn't even know this was going to go there because I hadn't read this up until this reaction. And you guys can see this is really waking me up because this is shit like this that makes me target Auston Holleman. It's exactly things like this, okay? So I have answered the reason why. For those of you that keep asking, why are you always checking on him? Shit like this. Exactly the things I don't like. Okay. This is the same issues that I had with O'Shea, but I decided to let him go. I don't want to bother him anymore, right? Okay. So what is our goal? Our goal. Hold on 1 second. All right. Let's go. Sorry about that. What is our goal? So it says our first fundraising goal is to raise $25,000 to $50,000. You see what this guy is trying to get? He's trying to get $25,000 to $50,000 to launch the pilot phase. I hadn't read this up before we did our reaction, but everything that I talked about is true. I had not read this. I saw the GoFundMe. I screenshotted it because I thought that if Austin knew I was going to react to this, he would take it down. He will literally take it down if he knows that we are reacting to this. So I took a screenshot so that I can prove a point. If I do a reaction video, I can put it in and say, hey, here's the proof that he had this GoFundMe. He may have taken it down for obvious reasons, right? But this is how much money he's trying to make. He's trying to make $50,000. He started with a low goal of $8,000. Once you approach 8, he's going to lift it up, okay? But let's keep going. What is he going to use the money for? Okay, so this is to launch just a pilot phase of that academy, the bullshit academy that he hasn't sought out certifications for, right? These funds will help us, okay, secure a facility and cover startup costs, okay, renovate and brand the academy space, purchase barber chairs, mirrors, stations, and equipment. You know, grifters can even use existing barbershops in Nairobi. Just talk to some dude that has a barbershop and pass him $1,000 and that's good to go, right? Cover licensing and compliance requirements. This is the first thing you're supposed to do before he did that. And he was supposed to at least have the right permit to live and work in Nairobi. He's just a tourist over there. He doesn't have the right paperwork to run a business. So all this is fake to begin with, but let's keep going. Hire instructional and administrative support staff. Market and recruit our first students. launch our first training cohort. Okay. All right. The goal of this first phase is simple: prove demand, build credibility, generate. The build credibility here is not for the business. The build credibility is for the fundraiser. See, the goal in all of this is just to raise funds. So he needs to do something in phases, less the cost. In Ghana, we call it chobo, which is like, I tell you something costs $1,000, but in reality, I'm only going to use $50 and put the rest of the money in my pocket. They call it chobo in Ghana. So this is chobo in real play, that he is going to still spend some money to make it look that something has been kick-started to generate more donations. This is very typical of people that steal. Like it's this online, if you've watched a lot of CoffeeZilla, CoffeeZilla was my motivation to do YouTube, right? Or I used to watch what he did and how he exposed people. And I was like, oh, I could pick something like this and just expose the guys that use these platforms to lie and cheat and get away with it, right? I was just going to be a pain in their ass, only that I was going to do it more ruthlessly. CoffeeZilla is nice, right? Like I was going to do it a little bit more ruthlessly and put a lot more pressure. And I think it seems to be working. I just haven't had the time to do as many videos and to stay consistent because frankly, I have a job, right? I can't do this full time, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't want to do this full time and I never will do it full time. So all I can do is I can squeeze in time when it comes. When I have a little bit of time, daytime, nighttime, I can squeeze in a live stream. But if not, I go back to my daily life and I try to stay consistent, which I think we've done pretty well, right? At least we're getting in one live stream a week. We're getting about 3 to 4 long form videos on the main channel a week, which is good enough, right? It's good to get, just to keep the algorithm going, because if you don't keep posting, then they just move on from you. So, well, what is the impact? I bet he's going to say it's going to help some Africans, but let's go. All right. So the Academy is committed to creating opportunities for Kenyan youth through vocational training, mentorship, entrepreneurship, and workforce development. As part of this mission, we are launching the 100 Youth Initiative. Typical scam playbook, bro. Like this guy has learned the skill. I bet he paid for a course on how to do this, how to do fundraisers, because he's doing it the way it's supposed to be done. All right, and we're gonna cover who's been given the money and some of the things behind who's giving the money, because I've seen some names here that are interesting. But let's keep going. Okay, so additional community programs. They're going to give monthly community haircut days where they give free haircuts for disadvantaged youth, scholarship training seats, entrepreneurship workshops. Does anybody on this stream believe Auston Holleman has a time in day to put in this kind of work of community organizing and like actively engaging in this project? Does anybody really think that Auston Holleman will skip his 8-hour live streams to fully dedicate himself to an 8-hour work week, training school students, putting in the work for a project that doesn't make him any money? Because everything is outlined is actually real work. If you put it in, quantify this into work, this is real work. Like for me to do a youth initiative where I'm giving free haircuts, even though I'm not giving the haircuts, I have to be present. I have to take videos that it's happening, right? So I have to be present. I have to supervise to make sure it's going on. Then who is going to train the students? He says he's going to be doing the training. Does Auston Holleman find this project so important beyond YouTube that he's going to leave his YouTube channel and put in 40 hours a week into this project? Absolutely not. The Auston Holleman that I've followed and watched and reacted to, I understand him from a human perspective more than most people that actually just watch him for entertainment, because I study him. There's a difference between people that watch him and people that study him. People that study him is like me, where I look at his body language, I look at his expressions, I dig, like how I went in, I dug in to have an estimate of how much money he makes or made before he started traveling. I'll look at things like these public databases out there to show whether he's telling the truth or not. I scrutinize everything he says, right? If you're just the audience, you're just watching for entertainment. You're not doing that. So for the Auston Holleman that I have studied and that I've reviewed and that I've caught in a lie before, you guys remember, he lied about that lawyer, right? Remember that lawyer letter that he put up that I forced him to take down? I made him take it down, right? Why did he take it down? Because I caught him in the act. I called California and I almost got him in trouble. That's when he was forced to take it down. And he went on a whole week rant, cursing at me for exposing him, right? He lost a lot of audience after that exposure, actually, right? A lot of people tuned out after I did that to him. That's when he started privating his videos so that I don't have access to them. So I study Auston Holleman, and the Auston Holleman that I have studied is a lazy boy. He doesn't even make his bed. He indulges too much in alcoholism and sex, that he doesn't have the time in day to do anything like this. He's also very articulate and structured when it comes to creating digital programs that makes him money short-term and faster. So his goal is, this is exactly his script: make quick money faster and craft something that can make that money faster. This is why there is this GoFundMe. But he's not going to do a single day of work. He doesn't like work. Auston Holleman is probably one of the laziest YouTubers that I've covered when it comes to like real laziness, like a kid that won't even probably wash his clothes. When he doesn't make his bed. You guys saw I exposed that one time when I did his videos. He doesn't make his bed. He's a very untidy guy. For you to take on a project like this, you have to be tidy. And Auston Holleman is not a tidy individual. He cannot do that. Okay. So this is when I knew this was fake. Like just when he started doing it, I was like, there goes the thing. So this is all the bullshit, you know, if you guys want to go donate to his fundraiser. But let's see who's giving. I got to rush and go pick up my son. So I'm going to cut this stream shorter than I anticipated. I wanted to cover some other topics, but I started with this one knowing that Austin will take that video down. So I had to get it out of the way. I wasn't able to cover my other topics. If I find some time later on in the night, I might rejoin and we'll finish up the other parts. If not, I will just put them in reaction videos and, you know, you guys can watch it on the main channel. But if you go look at the fundraiser, the first donation was an anonymous donation of $500. Let me make sure that you guys can see it. Okay. The very first one that gave him money, salute to you, VDT. The very first person that gave Austin money was anonymous. Okay, again, as a student of Auston Holleman, I'm pleased to tell you that anonymous donor is Auston Holleman. Okay, I swear, like how my black folks will say, on my mama, on my mama, on my mama. If there's one thing you guys can trust me on my mama, on my mama. The first donation is anonymous because it was up for 2 days. There was no money. When he launched this GoFundMe, nobody gave him money for 2 days. So Auston Holleman went in there. He put $500 of his own money up to make it look like people were giving, because this is how donations work. If nobody's giving money to a fund, it's just gonna die off. You know, GoFundMe algorithm, because they use algorithms to promote your fundraisers too. It's not just what you advertise on your own to draw the traffic. The fundraiser has an algorithm that also recommends things if you go on their website to donate. Like you might get front page stuff, right? So for that fundraiser to kind of kick off, you need somebody to put some money down. And the reason I know it's Auston Holleman is, if you look at the disparities in the donations, look at it. Just guys, I want you to be very objective. We're all intelligent. This is why I like my audience, because I have a very intelligent audience. Okay? And this is one of the things they don't like about us, right? They don't like about us because I have an intelligent audience. Look at the thing. For the fundraiser to be up, nobody gave him money. But the very first person that gave him money gave him $500, and the person was anonymous. How come nobody else has given him anything more than $50? Most fundraisers are like that. Unless it's for a real deep course, most people will give you $15, $20, $25. Look at all the donations, okay? $50 from Cyril Hughes, $30 from Carlos Williams, $25 anonymous, right? No Excitement Entertainment. I think I've seen him in comments here, in other places. He gave $25. Michael Appe, $25. Okay, I guess this was the first donor, $25. And then Darius Welch, $20. Joshua Fleming, $19. Felicia Crooksweet, $20. So most people are just giving $20 and $15. Then all of a sudden there's a big $500, not $100, not $50, not $10, not $20, straight, not $150, straight to $500. Who gave that $500? It is Auston Holleman. That's how they operate. This is the old scam in the book. So this is to show, and the reason I also know that he's keeping a close eye on this fundraiser. See, if I go make a GoFundMe, which I'll never do, but if I go do a GoFundMe, I don't think I'll be checking the fundraiser periodically to know the exact dollar amount that is in there. Auston Holleman, through this live stream, knows exactly that there's $714 in that GoFundMe. Well, actually, if you take out that $500 that he put in there, there's only $214 that people have donated. He put his own $500 in there to get it going, okay? So this fundraiser is not going to go there. These are people that would have given him super chats that are just putting the money in. I don't think they believe in this project. These are just, sometimes you have people that are your fans and they just want to kind of put something and put money up, okay? Like the No Excuse Entertainment guy. He likes Passport Bro content. So he's going to do it just to, it's $25. What is he going to lose? Not a big deal. So I understand that part. But if you look at this, there's such a big variance in the donations because the cost is bullshit that nobody would give $500 but Auston Holleman himself. Okay, so this is where we are at. I challenge him to say he didn't. I know for sure, again, I'm a student of this guy. I study his bullshit. I know where he's going. He will not like that we are keeping an eye on this. I'm actually going to bookmark this thing. We'll keep looking at it. I'm not going to report the fundraiser even though it's bullshit. But we'll keep an eye on it. And I'll keep you guys posted. It's all I had to say, man. I'll keep you guys posted. I got to go pick up my son, man. I would have loved this stream to keep going, but I have to bounce, man. I got to bounce, man. I love having you guys, man. Do you guys want us to do more live streams? Let me know, man. If you all want me to be streaming some more, I think
Thanks for the tip.
Squeeze in some time. I can squeeze in some time to be streaming. I might do a lot more Passport Bro content coverage, which I haven't done in many years, but in many months. But, salute to Kobe. Thanks, my brother. Thanks, man. I see you. Oh, my thing is working now. The donation highlighted thing is working. So that's good. Yep. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, if you guys want more live streams, I think I'm doing one a week now. I think I can raise this up to 3 streams a week, so that we can cover all the other things that I couldn't cover. And I also want to bring back panels, man. So the last few live streams I wanted to bring panels on, but we couldn't get the panels. So I think I'm gonna take a specific day and stream so that you guys are psychologically ready. I want to do a day strictly where it's just panels so that you guys come on, because our panel live streams, when you clip them, they get more views. I don't know why, but whenever I clip our panels, when we do panel live streams and I take clips of them, those clips tend to do very well in the algorithm. I don't know why. So I think that's something we need to bring back. So if you guys want to join the panels, when I'll come up with a schedule once a week. We can open it up for the panels, so that I want to get the panels back, man, because the panel is where we go back and forth, and it's more interesting. It's respectful for the most part on our channel, but I want to bring that back. So let's see, starting next week, we're gonna do 3 live streams a week. Now we're doing 1 a week, but we're gonna go 3 live streams a week, and I'm gonna see if I can stay consistent in doing that. The Friday ones, I'll do it around this time, daytime, because my Fridays are pretty relaxed. I can work and still do it. So yeah, you want to do more FBA live streams? Yes, I must tell you though that the FBA guys, that grift is died out. Tariq Nasheed lost monetization on the main channel. He moved to a smaller channel, and that smaller channel is not getting the views like the main channel was getting. And also his attention has shifted to white folks. Tariq has moved on to white folks because now he realizes that white supremacy is actually a bigger fight than the bullshit he was doing. He thought he caught a break from white people. And then the kid that died in Frisco happened. A baby just got shot at a Walmart because the mama went to steal some bullshit at Walmart, went to steal diapers. And a 1-year-old got shot by the police. Benjamin Crump is already on that case. So it's not been a smooth week for the blacks, right? It's not been a smooth week. So it's made it very, it's made it so much, man. I can tell you, I think I wanted to cover the video. But there's a guy that used to be, and this is going to be my reaction video, but I'll play it real quick for you guys to see it. This guy has spent multiple years. Let me see, is this? This is a guy. This guy was a big FBA guy before I wrap this up. He was a big FBA guy. He used to say, he wasn't as bad, but he used to say a lot of mean things about Caribbeans and Africans, right? And I just saw a video of him talking differently because of the events, like the things that have happened over the past few weeks, saying that, well, all black people need to come together all of a sudden. I'm like, oh, you didn't know that? You know, you didn't know that? Like, you spend all these years joking instead of talking about real serious issues and real serious dialogue. Now, I know there's a tribal debate between the blacks, which is fine, right? Because everybody's rooting for their tribe. It's okay. Go Africa, right? But you didn't have to demean and disrespect people and just treat them like they're animals. And now you spend 2-3 years just to make, of creating this hatred to make money, thinking that you are in good hands, only to find out that all the systemic issues that you've been crying about is still out there. And it's so amplified in this current political climate that right now, white folks are not even hiding their shit anymore. They're like, this is the boldest I've seen white people my entire life. Like, white folks are not, I watch their YouTube channels because I want to create reaction videos. White folks are no longer even hiding shit. Like, they're not like trying to say, oh no, we can't say the N-word. No, they're saying the N-word with ease, bro. They're saying whatever the fuck they want. There are big YouTube channels that are saying everything they want. You know, my company used to love Juneteenth. We used to celebrate Juneteenth in my company, in corporate. I'm working today. I was telling my wife earlier before I came on that for the first time, I've not seen my company send a company-wide email celebrating Juneteenth. So and this is a very liberal company. So even corporate America has moved on from the small things that black folks got. They are no longer ashamed. And Tariq Nasheed wasted all his energy hitting black immigrants as if we were the problem. And they forgot that there was a higher power. And now the higher power is like, not so fast, buddy. And just within this week, this kid lost in court, which he should have lost. He killed, right? So, but the lack of support, they didn't get the support from Jamaicans and Caribbean people and all these other groups that they would typically get. And that's not shocking, you know? And now, even those thumbnails he used to make, he stopped making them. Once in a while, he'll throw them in there, but for the most part, he stopped making those thumbnails. So what was this all for, man? Just to raise money and make money? I don't get it, you know? But let me play this real quick so I can wrap it up because I got to pick up my son.
Know that they're different type of Asians. All of the Hispanics know that it's different type of Hispanics. But once my ass get on here and say, yeah, I understand that all the blacks is different, but right now we need to stick to.
This is what he used to always say. This guy's TikTok channel is a para FBA channel. Like all he always said, he always emphasized, which I also believe is true, that black folks, we're all different people. But we had to always respect each other, right? We are different cultures, different ideas, different ways of doing things. We had to always respect each other. We never said that we were superior to the blacks in Asia, in America. No, we never did that. And but we recognize our differences, which is fine. It's not a big deal I mean, it's not a secret when I'm talking to you for you to know that I'm not from here, right? I can't hide that, right? So this whole notion of cosplaying and that, man, 20 years in, I'm as African as it gets, bro. You know, I still wear dashiki, okay? So all these things didn't make sense. Why they were doing this, why they were spending time on doing this. This guy built a whole TikTok shitting on us and telling us how we're not like them. This was a prime architect of they are not like us, this particular guy. But now look at what he's saying. The tone has changed. Let's go back a little bit.
Together like everybody else does and say, yeah, I understand that all the blacks is different, but right now we need to stick together like everybody else does when it's time for them to stick together. Why is that a bad message to half of you niggas? It's the weirdest shit ever, and that's part of the problem on why our people are so fucked up. Because we be missing the plot. Everybody else don't. Yeah, the Asians, yeah, Cambodian, Japanese, Hawaiian, right? Filipino. But when it's time to be Asian, it's stop Asian hate. Why the hell is that so hard for us to understand? Niggas telling me, bro, listen, my last 3 posts opened my eyes to the truth about my fucking group of people, bruh. We are our own worst enemy. I literally said, okay, I understand that we all different. We all understand that we all different. But for right now, how the whole fucking world is against all of us because they don't give a fuck if you're Haitian and I'm a black American, we niggas to them. How hard is that to understand? We are our own biggest enemy at this point.
So he's going back and forth with his own audience because his audience is what he's created. Your audience is who you bring to you, right? He's created an audience of mostly black Americans that lean the FBA cult, the Tariq guys. And he made videos and people loved his content because he always insisted on how different we are and they're not like us. And he did the nastiest. This guy he's talking like this, but he said, I'm doing a full reaction video. So I'm going to play some of his before and afters for you to understand the kind of evolution and how quickly we got here, you know? Like how hard, and he's asking his audience, how hard is this for you guys to understand? Well, it's hard for them to understand because you spent 2 years telling them how different we were and how we immigrants needed to go home and how we needed to stay out of your business. That's what you told them and they believed you. See, content is a powerful thing. People listen to you over the years and with time, they may form your opinions and they believe you. And they believe that what you're telling them is right. And you got away with it because you just wanted to make money on TikTok. And you forgot that there is a bigger picture. And now you're looking back and you're saying, geez, these breadcrumbs that the white folks were giving us and making us happy and do this hate on the other black groups was just dividing blacks so that when there's a bigger issue that you would have no support. And in this case, in those 2 issues, I disagree with them. I think the what's the kid's name? The Karmelo guy, he needed to go to jail. The parents had an option to take a plea deal. They didn't take that plea deal. He would have done 10 years, 5 years in. The kid was an angry child. Frisco ISD reported that they had a knife incident with him at school. You know, there was an altercation a few months leading up to that. And if you look at his mugshots and his pictures, he was just a naturally angry child. Where does that anger come from? Parenting, bad parenting. Also, the parents' press conferences. If you listen to all that press conference the parents did, you can tell the parents were not normal parents. They were just weird, man. They couldn't express themselves. They picked a felon to lead them in press conferences. Everything was just a mess. They had no leadership and no control. This is why I talk openly about the need to emphasize leadership in the Black community, not just Black Americans, but Black people generally, everybody. Why it's important to understand leadership and to learn to be leaders. Like if you don't conduct your relationships understanding that you're a leader not because God ordained you, but you actually have acquired the tools and the skills to lead properly and make good decisions to lead a family, you're gonna fail in your quest to be to lead your families. And this is why I talk openly about this stuff, right? Which one I'm probably gonna put this in a tiny book that I'll make it PDF downloadable for you to download for free, for as a guide to go back and look at from time to time. All my talking points, I'm gonna, like transcript all my talking points and put it in a book somewhere so that it's somewhere on the record for people to, because I don't change these positions. But anyway, these are the things. These are the effects of what Tariq Nasheed did. He poisoned his population with an ideology to divide or to separate from other Black folks, to make it look like when I walk downtown Dallas, that white people are gonna think I'm gonna see some difference between an African and a Black. They're not gonna see that much of a difference. They would once you start speaking. To them, we're all ninjas, like he said, right? Once you start speaking, then the relationships are different. But if it doesn't mean that I have to support these goals, though. I mean, I like I said, I think the kid committed a crime. What the best I can do like I said, the best I can do when it comes to the Black community as a whole in general is to keep preaching the positive things that I think can make them better, which is why I talk a lot about what they need to do in relationships, marriage, leadership, the finance part, because sometimes I talk about finance here in my videos. All those little things, I call out the bullshit, like the Red Pill guys, the Passport Bro movement, the things that I think influence or in the long term affect a community, like, because these baby mamas are not just making the babies by themselves, right? Somebody's actually doing it. And if my content stops the process of making that happen, then I think I've served the community. That's the way I look at it. Because all the guys that are traveling with Auston Holleman, they're traveling because they got influenced by Auston Holleman. So if I can influence another group of guys to look at things differently and to start thinking about being that stability that they desire by leading by example, then I have done my work. So this is how I've always looked at it too, right? That YouTube is a powerful tool. And unfortunately, a lot of these guys haven't used it right. They've used it just to make money at the detriment of the community. And when things like this happen, they're scratching and looking for allies. I'm not going to go boycott anything. I'm not going to boycott no Asians. I don't give a fuck. I'm actually going to a nation, to watch my games because they are part of my community. My community is the people that I live around. And it's in my interest for their businesses to flourish so that my property values go up, So I'm not doing no boycotting. And you've heard me on my other channel, I talked about why does everything have to be always fight, hate, boycott. These are all negative words. We can't build a functioning society if everything in our toolbox is hate or negative leaning vocabulary. And nobody's attention has been put onto this, because they don't see it that way. I see it that way. Whenever I hear a boycott, I'm like, why are you boycotting? What has that other Asian done to you? That other Asian may have saved a Black child somewhere. That other Asian might be the guy that leads you onto a scholarship. So why am I boycotting? Can you start dialogue? Let's replace some of these words like boycott with dialogue. Let's communicate with the other communities. Let's communicate with the police so that we're not suspects first. Let's find a way to build our trust score as melanated people, like, because we don't have a high trust score. People don't trust us by just existing. And that is because of all the things that we do. You know, I was going to give you guys a list of the events that have been happening the last few days. And it's crazy. Like, with all the shit that has happened this week, these boys are still killing themselves here in Dallas. It's like they don't even know what to do with their lives anymore, right? So these are the things that we need to talk about, man. And, you know, they turned on us. They made it look like our existence here was a problem, even though it's not a problem. And they got away with it because they thought we're softer and that they can just, you know, this is like a relationship where they think they can always turn it off and turn it on. Like, oh, we can like the Africans this month because we're going through some shit with white folks. Soon as the dust settles, we can turn it off and shit on them again. And I'm here to tell them that on behalf of Africans, it doesn't work that way. I went in Tariq's comments today. I said, keep it going, buddy. Why are you stopping now? I was trolling Tariq Nasheed today. I said, keep it going, buddy. You don't need to stop now. Why are you stopping now? I want you to keep it up. I did the same with Dennis Sperling. I said, keep it going. Keep it going, because you guys are playing games with fire, right? This is exactly what you get when you move the focus from what is important to bullshit, right? Anyway, let me wrap this up. I got to go. Y'all have been great. It's been a great show. Thanks for coming. I got to go pick up my baby. One love to all my ninjas here. And I'm going to clip this out for the main channel so you guys will see it. I will keep an eye on Auston Holleman's live stream. I might even buy the membership, okay? You guys watch my videos, man. I'm going to spend some of this YouTube money and buy that membership so that I can see everything that is going on. And I'll be first to report it to you, man. And program changes, we're going to switch over and do 3 live streams a week. So we're moving from 1 live stream to 3 live streams a week because you guys are asking for it. So we'll do that. One of them will be panel streams. So please don't be scared to come on the panels when we launch the panel live streams. I'll put the topics up. I'll moderate. You guys will get to agree or disagree. That's a beautiful thing. Yes, Ghana won, man. Ghana won. We got England next. That'll be a good game. Philly Dom. Salute to Philly Dom is in the house. Salute to Philly. Philly Dom is in the house. Salute to you, my brother. Singapore. That's a nice place. Philly Dom is in the house. Salute to you, Philly Dom. All right. And yep, I gotta go pick up my little boy from camp. So we're gonna be shutting this down. Thanks for joining the stream. I will be back. What is today? Friday? Let's see about tomorrow. We'll see. I might be able to jump on tomorrow. All right.